What's going on? How are you guys this evening? We're going to do, I just didn't ask me anything, whether you guys want to talk about nutrition, what's going on in the world, how we're all still locked inside. But how are you guys today? If you could let me know in the chat where you're from. Thanks to all the European viewers who stayed up late to join me. I didn't really do that much stuff today. What did I do? I woke up, I did some work on my computer. I had to fill some orders for Frankie's Naturals and the organ supplement stuff. Then I had a consultation, did some organizing, did some cleaning up, had something to eat. And I feel like the day has been a blur, unfortunately. Oh, I've been looking outside they've been installing these LED smart lamps on every street corner. I think they're using them for surveillance. I don't think they're well, they do emit a radio frequency, but I don't really know what's going on. It's just all too stressful to think about. The new Bat Soup 2020. Yeah, there was a coin that someone sent me. It had a picture of a bat on it. I hope he can talk about something positive for a change. You can tell the vibration is as toxic as 5 grams. The UK 20-pound note of 2020 has an eclipse on it. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. There's a lot of symbolism that these people use. Freely got her video taken down. What did she talk about in the video? Millbrook, New York. Oh, that's not too far from me. Chicago, England. Ooh. Hi, Frankie boy. Hey, what's going on, Ruben? Is Weston A. Price the best diet? It's hard because the problem is a lot of diets have like a pretty like subjective point of view where you don't really deviate too much, and they don't go over modern crutches. You know, it's more like, okay, follow this diet and you'll be healthy, when a lot of these people don't realize that you're coming from modern health issues that need to be addressed before following any diet. Ordered some supplements April 3rd and now it's the 22nd and no response. Send an email to info@organsupplements.com with your order number or the name on the order, and I'll get back to you by tonight. I'm from the Bay Area. What's going on, guys? What's going on? I swear your hair grows an inch between every live stream. Yeah, the hair is getting crazy. I don't really like it right now. I gotta, if I like take a shower and slick it back, it looks okay. I got some sun the other day and the curls look good, but we'll see how it looks in another month or two. You can watch it. I think I saw the first part of it. I think I watched like a few seconds of Freely's video when it got put up, but I'm just tired of listening to videos on this shit, to be honest. I don't even care anymore. It's like, you know, the people that know it's fake know it's fake, and the people that want to believe the mainstream just believe the mainstream. There's no convincing them otherwise. Tips on fixing depression. I mean, as with all of my clients, I suggest that people fix their lifestyle factors first, and then after they address all their lifestyle factors, Wi-Fi exposure, diet, exercise, sleep, then see how things go. Best way to cook beef spleen? Yeah, I would not eat beef spleen. It's very, very high in iron and copper. Starting tomorrow, no dairy. I mean, a lot of people overdo the raw dairy and they get way too much vitamin A without getting the other nutrients. So Frankie, how you doing? I'm okay. I've been sleep's been a little off the past few days, but nothing else. I know that the workout videos aren't very popular, but please continue doing them. I mean, the problem is all this Toyota Corolla nonsense has happened, and we're all locked inside. It would be better if I started doing like, you know, like indoor fitness routines and at home workout stuff, but those weren't my intentions. My intentions were, you know, to like a month ago, I was supposed to be done with the fitness challenge and I was supposed to come out with a workout routine. And then all of this bullshit happened, and it kind of like just threw I don't know, what's an analogy for this? Threw a wrench in the cog. And now there's no point in me coming out with a workout routine or workout course because people don't even have access to a gym. And later this year, they might lock us inside again. I think this is all related to the food shortages and the food supply issues. So, for me, I chose pretty much the worst time to work out. And it's very arguable that there's no point in me working out in general. So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how things go. But I'm honestly not too optimistic about the fitness and exercise stuff being lucrative in the future if people can't even eat or survive. Are you planning on putting the Frankie Range Meat Tower in the Bronx Zoo? Since there's already a tower on Tiger Mountain, we're gonna have to put the Frankie Range Meat Tower by the lions or something. How wacky is that? You would think if there were gonna be a front for something, like they wouldn't name a cell phone tower after the meat company. I don't fucking know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I had heaps of video ideas, but now I can't do that anymore. I wrote scripts for a lot of videos, and I still have like hundreds of video ideas, but it's hard. I'm looking like the people that are sticking to the content on their channel, they're not really doing that well. Like if people are sticking to health topics, they're not really doing that well. People aren't really watching them. Some people that are doing like indoor fitness stuff are killing it. Remember that the starving vegan girl, Maddie Limburner, her fitness channel took off. She's got like 3 million subs right now or something crazy. And doing like people like the indoor workouts to the music. For those who can't tolerate dairy, would you recommend other fat sources like coconut cream? I used to buy there's this, I forgot the name of the website. I think it's originallivingcoconut.com. They sell this like raw coconut cream that you can buy from them. It's very expensive, and I just really don't like coconut.
I have a vitamin C deficiency. How long would I have to supplement vitamin C, and how much to correct it? Could I have other deficiencies develop from having low vitamin C?
I mean vitamin C is water soluble, and I don't even really think a vitamin C deficiency is possible. It helps with the antioxidant processes, but vitamin C is something that you would take in a small amount consistently throughout the day for a period of several months, and even take it continually if you're not consuming a large amount of raw foods or a large amount of fruits that have that high vitamin C content. You don't exactly have to megadose vitamin C. I would probably take, what the hell's the measurement for vitamin C? I'd probably take like 1,000 milligrams every day for a couple months and see how things go. But it's water soluble, like the B vitamins are water soluble. So it's something that you have to take on a fairly continual basis several times a week. Whereas the fat soluble vitamins, you can go months to even years without taking in certain circumstances and be okay. Made the mistake of freezing raw milk. It was gross when I defrosted it. Yeah, I've had that happen before too. When you freeze water soluble stuff, sometimes the B and the C vitamins oxidize a little bit. Generally, if you're gonna freeze something, you want to make sure it has a pretty high fat content or that it's a solid. Usually, if something's vulnerable, basically don't freeze liquids. If something's vulnerable to oxidation, like a liquid, it's not gonna be good to freeze it. Gym bailout coming soon from our socialist government. Every small business is getting screwed. Abby EMF Sharp is saying vegetable oils are healthy. She's just a shill. Everyone on YouTube for the most part is a shill. It's unfortunate, but that's why these people control everything. Do a bodyweight routine. What am I gonna? How much bodyweight shit am I gonna? I should probably do bodyweight workouts and stuff, and watch some bodyweight workout videos and do some more bodyweight stuff on TikTok. Hitomi is hiding out in the kink headquarters. Hitomi is actually stinking up her apartment on a vegan diet. She has some simps going to Trader Joe's and Whole Foods every day to pick her up food. And she sends them like a text of like her in a bikini or like a nude every 2 weeks. Why is B6 bad? It's in all these tasty energy drinks. There's been a lot of B6 toxicity issues that I've heard about on various forums. Highest vitamin K2 foods besides cheese. The reason I suggest people supplement vitamin K2 is because it's the most difficult vitamin to get. I don't like the taste of supermarket cow's milk, do you think I'd like high quality raw milk? I mean, raw milk and raw dairy are like my favorite foods in general. Really delicious. If I could eat one food every day, it would be like raw milk ice cream. But I go too crazy with it, and I get way too much. I just eat way too much of it. Edward Gaunt was spotted in a cage at the Kink headquarters. What is it? Was that a new meme or something? Kink headquarters? What is that? Your TikTok videos are slacking in views, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I think just like every social media outlet, like to go viral on TikTok, you got to be connected. I've been I didn't post yesterday or the day before. I'm gonna do the Jordan Belfort TikTok where he's like, I take Quaaludes, I do drink this. I'm gonna do that one tomorrow. I'm gonna like have my hair all sloppy and like a disheveled suit on, and I'm gonna like fall down my stairs. It's gonna be funny. I'm gonna do that one tomorrow. I don't know if my parents are gonna hold the camera right. They're pretty autistic with that type of stuff. Yeah, raw cream, raw butter, you can freeze pretty well. Who's Hitomi's other simp? I would never simp for anyone. Never. Me? Simp? Your TikTok needs more effort. What do you mean more effort? I'm doing more than everyone else on TikTok. Would a shipping container work as a Faraday cage? Yeah, but I don't see how you'd fit a shipping container in your house.
Raw dairy bad for hyperthyroid.
Google it in a private browser. Raw dairy bad for hyperthyroid. It really, I mean, not necessarily. You do want to make sure you're getting vitamin D, vitamin K2, iodine, that you're getting all the other nutrients in the diet and things are balanced. That has a lot to do with liver function too. So you have to, the first thing to address would be the lifestyle factors of the Wi-Fi. You know, are you turning off all electronic devices at night? And the next thing would be, okay, are you getting the adequate nutrients in your diet? Are you getting everything you need? Are there halogens in your water supply? Are you exercising? Are you sleeping okay? What's causing the hyperthyroid? You need to talk about the 5 gram stuff. It'll get views. Every time I talk about it, my video gets censored and locked. Will your Wagyu beef package be in stock? I missed out on the deal. We're not sure. You have to dress up as a nurse and dance on TikTok. Yeah, right. Is biodynamic, organic, pasteurized yogurt still good compared to raw yogurt, not homogenized? The most important thing with yogurt is what type of culture it is. So it's hard to gauge what type of bacterial or yeast culture the yogurt was made with. I mean, if you have dysbiosis, yogurt is a pretty good way to reintroduce the good bacteria. So you kind of have to experiment with a bunch of different ones. Chickens, pastured, fermented, organic, non-GMO, soy-free, good. What do you mean, like chickens? Like the whole chicken? Even organic, non-GMO, soy-free chicken is going to be high omega-6, very likely. I have a great idea for TikTok. Yeah, maybe I should just wag my pee-pee around under a towel like everyone else does. Our Wagyu beef is out of stock, but we still have the I think we still have the other stuff available. Yeah, we have chuck roll, bowler blade roast, short rib. You can pretty much get everything that was in the Wagyu package separately if you want. And we have the Wagyu steak still available, so you're not missing out on anything yet. I'm gonna do a video on the Wagyu short ribs this Saturday. It's pretty underrated. How many do we have left? Let me check. Short ribs are my favorite cut. Probably my favorite cut in general. One of my favorite cuts to eat besides belly. I think we have a decent amount of short ribs left, so I'll do that video on Saturday. You guys will get to see what they look like. Order them for next week. When will oxtail be back in stock? Not really sure on that one. What cultures are good? Well, there's a lot of different bacteria. You're gonna have certain strains of lactobacillus, certain strains of bifidobacteria, certain strains of staph, strep. I'm trying to remember them off the top of my head. There's some soil-based probiotics that actually do occur in the yeast cultures to the kefir. There's a lot. The point is that a proper kefir or yogurt culture is going to have a good ratio of bacteria for good health. High omega-3 to avoid skin cancer. It's not necessarily about having high omega-3. It's more about having low omega-6.
Do you recommend doing an antimicrobial protocol before reintroducing raw dairy?
When will you do an Instagram live stream? I should probably do more Instagram live streams on the days I don't do regular live streams. That's what I really have to focus on. I'll try to do more Instagram live streams. I just don't get I don't get a crazy amount of viewers on Instagram live. And even now with this new YouTube channel, I'm getting less viewers than I was on my other live stream. I mean, yeah, I have no problem doing Instagram live for 30 people. It's just, is it worth an hour of my time to do that when I'm working so hard and stuff? Antimicrobial protocol before reintroducing raw dairy. If you need to do an antimicrobial protocol, you probably shouldn't be drinking raw dairy. That's my answer to that question. If you have dysbiosis, if you're having gut issues, generally speaking, raw dairy is not a food you're going to be eating. There's some cute as fuck girls on TikTok, which is the only reason I have it. I think the word you were looking for was WHORE. When will pemmican be back in stock? We might have some pemmican next week, but right now we can't really produce a lot of it in a high volume. It's too hard to make. What do you think about lizard people? I don't really care. I'll believe anything, but the point is, a lot of the stuff, even knowing the information, doesn't matter. Because the point is, the majority of the general population won't do anything about it. So unfortunately, you just have to do your own thing. Like, yeah, if the world is run by lizard people and reptiles, what does that matter? Do I get to poke them with the spear? If not, it doesn't matter. High dosing supplement vitamin D can cause thyroid issues, so be careful with the dosage. I mean, a lot of things can cause thyroid issues. Is 20,000 IU of D3 too much? Yeah. You can only, maybe you'd only be able to take that for a week before running into issues. Would you ever go on 90 Day Fiancé? I don't know if I could I don't know if I could deal with one of those shows. I would lose the first. What is the show 90 Day Fiancé? I would lose the first day. I would be talking to the girl like, you're just like every other fucking girl. You just want to go in that room and get gangbanged by all those fucking Tarzan dudes. I would lose the first day. I would lose my shit the first day and say something. What's the word? Misogynistic? Is that the right word? Misogynistic. Yeah, I would say something misogynistic the first day and I'd get thrown off the show. 100%. No patience. I'm waiting for bone broth to be back in stock. Maybe 3 weeks, bone broth. How long does vacuum packaged meat last in the fridge? Depends on when it was slaughtered. Like we should be getting in some fresh local New York beef this week, and that should last like 2 to 3 weeks in the fridge fresh, which is unusual because it was recently slaughtered. Don't men always want to get banged? Yes, but it's different because if a guy wants to get with a woman, he has to be, attractive, funny, intelligent, have some wealth, put value in himself. For a girl to get with a guy, she has to just walk outside the house. Like, there's a big difference between what has to be done. It's like a guy getting with a girl is just as difficult as a woman not opening up her legs to 40 guys. What's my TikTok? I think it's Frank Defano. My local farm has pasture-raised chickens in the summer. Chicken is always going to be high omega-6, but you can balance it out with fish. I mean, that's because people are always supplementing their chicken feed with high omega-6 foods. Supplementing D3 to fix a deficiency, how do you know if it's fixed? You can always check your D3 levels, but people are supplementing D3 without taking K2 and magnesium, and they're just getting high tissue levels of D3 without actually utilizing it in the body. One of the steaks that are out of stock on Frankie's range. Oh, most of the stuff should be in stock on Wednesday. Some girl told me I had hazel eyes. I think they're brown though. I don't really know. We're not sure if we're gonna have the organ.
Why do I feel fine consuming raw cheese, yogurt, but not raw milk?
Because you don't have enough lactobacillus or bacteria in your stomach to digest the lactose in the milk. If you eat like if you eat like 2 or 3 cups of yogurt and then drink some milk, you should be fine. I was able to. It's pretty easy to resolve a dairy allergy by just consuming a lot of yogurt, and then you can drink a lot of milk. But the problem is you're going to have a nutrient.
How much for your
issue.
Italian sausage?
We'd have that's not a public discussion. That is not a public discussion. And raw, cheese and yogurt are going to have a much lower lactose content, and it's also going to be digested. It's mainly the bacteria. Yogurt's going to be a lot easier on the stomach than cheese is. As a woman, media always claimed I should be a slut. It never felt right, and I didn't enjoy clubbing. There's a ton of women who aren't sluts. If you think we're all sluts, you're wrong. No, but I mean, just the girls I meet are sluts because I'm the one going to the clubs. Should you be supplementing zinc? Absolutely not. Most people need to supplement copper. Most people need to supplement copper, not really zinc. Any tips on quitting video games? I just stopped playing them. I lost interest in video games when I started eating higher quality foods. I did have temptations to play World of Warcraft Classic a couple months ago. And on one hand, like, it would be nice to be like a successful Twitch streamer. Like, compared to what I do, like, I would just love to play video games for 8 hours a day instead of doing all this difficult researching and educational stuff I do. But yeah, you have to make that choice. You know, you're not going to achieve anything playing video games. What do you think of eating raw cheese and raw honey? Ajonis says it's good. I mean, Ajonis was right on a lot of things. He's also wrong on a lot of things. The problem with all these Ajonis rawtars is that they take every word he says as a gospel when he's given a lot of people health issues because he doesn't really explain what he talks about. If you can tell me how I can consume raw dairy without getting acne, I'll sell you my soul. I mean, first you'd have to figure out if you have too much vitamin A or retinol in your tissues. Then you'd have to prevent acne consuming dairy, lots of raw yogurt, supplement copper. Do you think the Toyota Corolla...
Frankie loves bad girls.
So you think the Toyota Corolla was injected? I don't really care at this point. Some guy emailed me earlier. He said, and no offense if you're watching this, the person who emailed me, because I helped him out. I tried to help him out too. He said, Frank, I need help. I tested positive for the Toyota Corolla. And I was like, how'd you test positive? And he was like, oh, well, they shoved this thing up my nose so hard I started bleeding. And they said I was positive. I was like, well, buddy, you failed the IQ test. You let them shove something up your nose enough to infect you. So the point is they're like, it's like an IQ. The first IQ test. All right, there's a couple IQ tests. One is, do you believe it's real? You can fail that one pretty easily. 2, getting tested. If you're stupid enough to go get tested, they're going to infect you with something. That's IQ test number 2. IQ test number 3 is the actual VACCI. You know what it is. The other injection. That's IQ test number 3. It's interesting how people can fall for some of them, but not fall for others. What do you think of the Microsoft getting the human chip patent 2020 606. Yeah, it's satanic bullshit. Yeah, no, I mean Rogan is full on sellout shill, and he's been like that for 2 years now. It's pretty obvious. He literally has his CIA handler on the what's that douche's name? Mike Baker. He has his handler on the podcast with him. Fucking, they're literally they're anyone with an IQ above 100 is gonna know that the podcast is a CIA operation. It's ridiculous. It's a disinfo. I don't know if disinfo is the right word, but it's like a very low level of controlled opposition. Are organic Valley omega-3 eggs good? I don't really I don't like eating eggs. If fish and beef to me are more reliable. Oh my god. Cheese without honey to dump toxins out of the body. That's a ban. Sorry. Cheese is going to dump toxins out of your body. I think your comments are dumping toxins out of my brain. Someone told me to post the I like posting these these videos that I don't have to record myself and just editing them. You guys seem to like them and I don't have to make a video for a day, but we'll see. Some of you guys wanted me to post the 2012 Olympics opening ceremony, which was really creepy. Does feeding chickens flaxseed instead of soybeans produce eggs with better omega ratios? Yeah. I mean, I'm not a chicken expert. I don't know what nutrients chickens need and how many boxes flax seeds check in that aspect. Octopus, squid, okay to consume. Yeah, that's one of the better foods to eat. What do we do if we have headaches because of the towers? If you're having headaches from the Wi-Fi towers, you have to shield your home and remove Wi-Fi devices from your home and turn them off. You don't like eggs even if soy-free from a local farm? It's just not worth it. Like, eggs are so expensive and not the best quality. Do you oil pull? No. I have a tooth powder from Frankie's Naturals that has, like, minerals in it and stuff. How many 5 grams are safe to take per day? Stand in front of the microwave for 2 minutes. Don't know if this is a nutrition channel or a Corolla channel now. I mean, the videos I've been doing, about half of them I think half of them are still relevant to nutrition or fitness or something. It's just it's too difficult to make topics about, nutrition with what's going on right now. People don't even want to talk. People don't want to talk about anything unrelated to the Toyota Corolla. And the fact that these other influencers are pretending that it's real and they're just going along with things is pathetic. This Toyota Corolla stuff has exposed the majority of these nutrition influencers as shills. So it's a health channel. The Dr. Crete video was interesting in your predictive programming collage. Have you seen this weird antenna they installed on my block in Queens? Yeah, they're setting all this type of shit up. Infrastructure for surveillance and blasting people. Talk about QAnon. I think it's disinfo. I think it's just a distraction. They're putting up towers and maintenance equipment to monitor everyone. We're going to be screwed. At least that's what I think. I think it's all a bunch of fake narratives. We're going to be locked in our homes. They have street lights everywhere now that can tell where we are. I'm just drinking water. Benefits of beef tendon? I mean, they're good for adding gelatinous qualities to soups and stocks. Do you think all the celebrities and public figures testing positive is just fake news to spread? Yeah, I mean, it's 100%. It's 100% fake news. One, it's a lie that they're infected because they're probably locked in their homes doing nothing. There's no way they would have gotten it. The answer is, well, we have a couple answers and we have a couple hypotheses for why they're doing this and what they're doing. I mean, yeah, they're crashing the economy. They're printing money. They're destroying small businesses. They're destroying the middle class. There's possibly a food shortage issue. You know, we can kind of tell what all the moving parts are. It's just people don't seem to care that they're locked in their homes. It's in the mixed commercials about Corolla. There was a Comcast commercial assuring they're working overtime. Yeah, they're working overtime to do what? Install new Wi-Fi towers to blast your brains? It's ridiculous. The street lights will alert the police to curfew disobeyers. It's pathetic. The street lights will alert the police to curfew disobeyers. Fucking pathetic. It's the new light posts yesterday were obviously surveillance, and I was tripping out. Yeah, I mean, what are we supposed to do now? Like, if are the sheeple are literally going to tell us, oh, they're not watching us with these street lights every house. Like, at this point, what's the point? Like, you're literally living in a city where everyone knows your every move. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous how the whole street's going to be lit up with Wi-Fi LED lights, and they're going to know where you are at any time. Trump-controlled opposition, yeah, I wouldn't trust if you guys think Trump's going to do anything good for you. I mean, I randomly cough when driving through certain stretches of the interstate on the way to work. Could this be the hidden Wi-Fi towers? I've been getting a dry cough too at random intervals, and I think it is the Wi-Fi towers. It's ridiculous. And it doesn't make any sense because you get a dry cough for a few hours and then it goes away and you're fine. It's not. It's a sign that the gigahertz are affecting the oxygen molecules. Presidents are sock puppets? Yeah. I've had zero privacy for over 20 years. It's just interesting how people don't seem to care that they're locked in their homes, that they lost their jobs, that they're sitting in queues for groceries, they can't buy more than one pack of toilet paper. I woke up the other night coughing for no reason too. Yeah, they're making people sick with these Wi-Fi towers. Trump is trying to expose the elite pedos. Yeah, Trump is trying to expose the elite pedos while Cablevision is working overtime to blast you with a Wi-Fi tower. You guys are retarded. Seriously, honestly, like, if you think first, and listen, I'm going to do another video on that hydroxychloroquine shit because let's look it up. Hydroxychloroquine deaths. For all you retards that were defending it when I was telling you guys it was poison, higher death rate in patients taking the drug. Where are all you retards that were downvoting my video last week and defending the drug?
Sanjay, I just want to remind people what the president was saying earlier in this crisis.
I'm curious. Where are you? Are you guys in the chat right now? I'm curious. Let's go to that video, actually. This is bothering me. I think I actually deleted a lot of the comments that were pro hydroxy pro it because I had to prevent people from harming themselves. I didn't want people to take the drug. I don't think I've ever had to delete so many comments on a video. Look at this. You can't even find the video. What the hell? Frank Tufano, hydroxy. Doesn't even come up. What? Why doesn't my channel even come up? Thanks, YouTube, for censoring me more than anyone else ever. Where is it? I didn't. Okay, so I put chloroquine. So I put chloroquine is poison. 208 downvotes. Label on the video. We get the official info. They drank aquarium cleaner, not medicine. Dude, this isn't like you. When I posted 10 studies, about chloroquine in the video. Is this chloroquine and hydroxychloroquine? Is that fishbowl cleaner? There's a bunch of people basically gaslighting me, defending the use of the drug. Another guy, FDA approves on the market for 20 years, no deaths. I think you're wrong on this one. You should read the study from France. Trump is reintroducing. They've had great success. They're two totally different things. Really? Really? Are you guys still here in the chat? Are you guys still here? Higher death rate in patients taking hydroxy. Who was right when I told you this shit would explode your cells? I literally said in that video this was fucking poison. And I was right. This is ridiculous. Those who can be woken are already awake, pretty much. Maybe dry cough is spring allergies. You failed the IQ test, buddy. Does it sound crazy? Did you see the video of that little girl, I think, from Venezuela saying not to come outside today, that God told her people were going to die instantly if they went outside? They could turn the Wi-Fi frequencies high enough that they could just kill you if they want to. Didn't I talk about this the other day? It's the perfect weapon for the government. They're all bots, Frank. Yeah, we're all the idiots that weren't. Let's see. What did he say? I mean, Dr. Berg was pushing it, right? Yeah, like what the like these? It's ridiculous. Line these people in front of a ditch. Blood plasma transplant from a person who has antibodies. I wouldn't trust a hospital or a doctor for any type of procedure that unless you want to do the procedure. At least if you're getting plastic surgery, like you're paying the doctor and they're not going to try to fucking kill you for more money. Every time I eat grains, brown rice, oats, teeth hurt. I mean, grains have a pretty high phytic acid content if you don't prepare them properly. And if you're deficient in minerals or you're not eating a lot of meat with the grains, it's going to deplete minerals in your body. So I would try taking like a magnesium supplement or something. Frank to pull the receipts on them. Yeah, right. I'm going to I should make a video calling out all these hydroxychloroquine retards. Oh yeah, it's good shit. Take it, you fucking. I'm like the only person who spoke out against this shit. I'm paranoid. I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm paranoid because I tend to be right. Oh, my boyfriend's grandma had ulcer surgery last week. She was supposed to be out of the hospital yesterday, but now they don't even have a release date. I think they're going to diagnose Corolla now. Ashley, if you want your boyfriend's grandma to live any longer, I would probably get her out of the hospital as soon as possible. In the hospital, they're blasting her with different frequencies and giving her shitty food, and that's what they do in the hospital.
What's the best way to know if you have too much vitamin A? My serum levels are in the middle, liver enzymes are low, vitamin D on the upper range. Would consuming some liver let me know if I have too much vitamin A?
I mean, generally speaking, you can tell, have you been tanning a lot lately? Have you been supplementing vitamin K2? If that's not the case, I recommend, lowering the retinol in the diet. Don't eat too much liver. Supplement vitamin K2, supplement vitamin D3, see how things go. That drug literally will mess up your body's ability to produce healthy red blood cells. No, that's what I was talking about in my video. Destroys iron metabolism. Can you tell my wife, Betsy, happy birthday? She's watching now. Hey, Betsy, happy birthday. Sucks to be locked inside, but I hope you're having fun. Yeah, they actually, my mother did it. The saddest video on my channel is probably my mother's health story. Where she talked about how they tried to kill her in the hospital like a dozen times. And I still haven't told the health story about how they tried to kill my sister in the hospital too. I've probably mentioned it a few times on a live stream, but nothing positive happens in a hospital. What's the best way to break the fast during Ramadan? I did a video probably over a year ago, how to break a fast. I would check that out. Do you wear a mask? Mainly so people don't bother me that I'm not wearing a mask. If I'm not around people, I'm not gonna wear a mask. If I go somewhere, I'm gonna. And honestly, there's an aspect to like, should you wear a mask? Who knows if they're just spraying shit to kill all the people that are refusing to wear masks? That's the other aspect of it. Like I don't know if they're just spraying shit to make people sick. I probably did tell the story about my sister briefly. The governor of Michigan threatened to shut off water and power in the homes of people who don't comply to social distancing regulations. It's ridiculous. That isn't Michigan the state where you can't buy seeds anymore? Literally like communism shit. What's absolutely ridiculous is if you control the media, you can make up like a fake outbreak and just literally control people's lives. And I've said this, anyone who goes against you, they're a bad person because they're going to harm the health of other people. When you haven't proven that anything exists whatsoever. At this point, if anyone had half of a goddamn brain, there would have already been riots in the street and these government officials would have already been hung because the hospitals are empty, the nurses and doctors are literally dancing on TikTok. People are posting memes on Twitter like, okay, can we get our economy back since the doctors and nurses have time to choreograph dances, on TikTok while apparently getting overwhelmed by patients? It's ridiculous. And then the other day, there were rioters protesting in the street, and the nurses and the doctors came out of the hospital to like stand in the middle of the street and block them. And I was like, oh well, yeah, we know you guys have nothing better to do. It's kind of sad. How do you repair a fast after you break it? My grandpa cried when he had to go to the hospital. His mother died in one, and we thought he was crazy, not looking crazy now. I mean, if anyone thinks a hospital is a good place to be, you're not too bright. Yeah, I was going into the restaurant supply store the other day, and they said you have to wear a mask.
My grandma had a stroke and my parents have been giving her antibiotics. What can I do to mitigate some of her symptoms she's having? They wouldn't let me stop the meds she's taking.
The only thing, I mean, it's the basics that I go over on my channel and in my book. Reduce the inflammatory lifestyle factors. I mean, the most important thing is probably two things. Reduce the Wi-Fi exposure she's at. Reduce the Wi-Fi she's being exposed to, and make sure she's getting nutrients in her diet and quality foods that are organic and free from negative chemicals. So you want to make sure she's getting vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin K2 in large amounts, omega-3s for brain function, B vitamins. Make sure she's getting a lot of nutrient-dense animal foods in her diet, and that the Wi-Fi in the environment's reduced. Will you eventually get the vaccine since they will take away privileges? If they do that, I'm going to start beating people up with a bat or something. That's the point. I'm just not going to give a shit. I'm going to go around with like a megaphone and tell people and just start screaming like it's all fake, it's all a lie. If people are stupid enough that they're going to line up to get injected, then everything's over. The quarantine has already done more damage than the Toyota ever will. I was talking to my parents today. I was like, okay, let's say it's real. Even if it's real, what are you going to do? Are you going to stay inside until they say it's okay to go outside? What's the solution? It doesn't just go away, and an injection isn't a cure. There's no logic whatsoever. Some businesses in my area are refusing to service those without a mask. That type of stuff is like what's going to happen. Like if you don't get an injection, you can't participate basically. And there are people that are going to support it because they're idiots that just want to get back to work. And they just want to be sheep. Once you get in that hospital bed, it's over for you. You might as well say your last words, yeah. I have a good TikTok idea. Do a video where you put your hair into multiple hairstyles, like a ponytail, bun, and straightened. You'd have to send me an example. Not really sure what you're talking about. Can't wait to use Gates and Fauci as pinatas. You alright? Have you seen in Sweden or some countries that people have microchips in their hands? Yeah, it's crazy shit. Can you elaborate on the dangers of injections? You can literally look up what's in a certain... Okay, you can look up what's in it, but they're not telling you the truth about what's in it. I've consulted many people who have had lifelong health issues after getting injected with that stuff. There's toxic metals and chemicals in those injections that will, destroy your function. They're literally like aluminum will literally destroy your brain cells. People are praying for the cure. Yeah, they don't realize it's not a cure. They don't understand what it is. What drugs do hospitals use to kill patients faster? It's generally a combination of factors. If you put someone in a high Wi-Fi environment and then you give them, antibiotics, you destroy their gut bacteria, you're feeding them crappy food. Those are all elements that can cause someone's health to deteriorate very rapidly. Putting people on ventilators and oxygen is definitely a big one. That's a big one. I'm sure people in the chat can say what they're going to do. And the crazy thing about it is they can put toxic things in it, and they'll say, oh, well, it's only toxic at a certain dose. They're like, oh, just because it doesn't kill you, it's safe to do. Like, okay, are you going to drink lead every day because it's below the allowed dose? Because the government tells you it's an okay amount to take? No, that's complete madness. And we know it's harmful. Just because something doesn't kill you outright when you do it doesn't mean it's okay to do. Wait till they start distributing 100
We'll have
grams
to
of protein per
unsubscribe
person.
if you do a man bun.
We'll have to unsubscribe if you do a man bun. I agree. The man bun is definitely unsubscribe worthy. Abalone shellfish meat. It's probably very,
What
very
are
healthy.
your thoughts on abalone? How a shellfish meat is this good to consume, and are there any benefits? New Zealand powa cost $60 a kilogram.
I'm sure it's very, very high in B vitamins and very nutritious in general. That's not like crazy super expensive. $30 a pound for anything is a bit on the high end. You're not going to benefit more than eating any other shellfish or seafood, so I would just get some cockles or something that's a little more affordable. They gave my father something that put him in a coma and made him brain dead. Yeah, it's pretty sad how much money these hospitals make from and then all the healthcare workers are in on it. They get a good paying job, they make a lot of money, and then they don't have to worry about they can take care of their family, they can do their own thing, they can do whatever they want, and they don't care about what they're doing to people. Did you hear the ventilators are killing people? Doctors say they don't need pressure, they can breathe. No, I've been saying that since day one. Anyone who's been on a ventilator knows that too. Ventilators give too much oxygen. You need oxygen and CO2. Children are getting too many injections too young. Imagine what it does to a developing brain. I mean, they're just destroying society. They're making everyone a bunch of slaves that are in debt to the healthcare system, and they want a bunch of stupid, complacent sheep that need to go to doctors and hospitals to fix everything for them. And that's how you're in slavery. Removing mercury fillings with a holistic dentist. I mean, you want to remove the mercury. I'm not too sure about the details of that though. Thoughts on red light therapy? It's like red light therapy is like the biggest fucking scam there is. It's just it's like hot and cold therapy. It's like most people can't get the other lifestyle factors correct, let alone bother doing red light therapy. Like, are you sleeping right? Are you getting 10 hours of sun a week? Are you eating a perfect diet? Are you exercising? Are you relaxing? The hospital purposely left my nephew in the womb longer than he should have, and he was born with fluid in his lungs and not breathing. Yeah, when my mother was on, my mother told me when she was on when they were doing her C-section, there was blood all over the floor, and they were having a lot of issues. Starbucks is going to serve Beyond Meat in China. Is that an act of war? Yeah, I just wish I had enough money to move to bumfuck nowhere already, but I don't. If I had the skills to build a house, I would literally right now, I would just drop everything, go out into the middle of the woods, marry a cute looking deer, and just do whatever the hell I want. Just relax. Why are we being forced to see healthcare workers as victims when they signed up for this and they're getting a fat check from it? It's about creating the illusion. It's like they want to create the illusion that these healthcare workers are heroes and they're saving everything. Reality is they're doing TikTok videos getting paid $100K a year while you got fired from your fucking job and you're locked in your home like a rat. That's the reality of it. Should I supplement copper if I'm eating some plant foods but still eating 2 pounds of meat a day? You need to take, everyone should be supplementing 2 to 4 milligrams of copper per day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I didn't see a woman for like at least a few months, I would start being attracted to a deer. Buy it, build a tiny cabin, lots of people DIY it. I don't want to do some DIY bullshit that falls apart in the first snowstorm. Absorption rate on D3 on stomach plus belly plus orally taken. It's transdermal is just as much as oral. You're still making money. I don't know what YouTube did to my ad revenue, but honestly, I gotta figure something out because I used to make a decent amount of money per year from YouTube ad revenue. Now I don't make anything. I make less than $1,000 a month for killing myself doing 30 plus videos and like 20 live streams, and I could just work a minimum wage job and make like the same amount in a week. It's fucking pathetic. I don't know if YouTube did it on purpose. I'm not making like any money from YouTube anymore at this point in time.
Bloody stool caused by lack of K2 vitamin C?
No, definitely not. You're really negative today. How am I negative? You guys, I mean, a lot of negative things are happening. I mean, how am I supposed to I could have put a positive spin on that, I guess, but. Do you ship your supplements any day of the week? Yeah. Is that with lots of high quality, properly fermented plant foods and a small, moderate amount of animal products, including organ meats? Is it what? I mean, you want to have at least 60 to 70% animal foods in the diet. You want to have at least 60 to 70% animal foods in the diet minimum for animal health, for optimal health. For animal health, ooh, that's a nice slip. YouTube is going down the drain, censorship through the roof. OnlyFans, haha. Like, as much as I would like to do OnlyFans, I have a meat business and I have other people that are dependent on my income in that meat business. If I didn't have the meat business, I would have done OnlyFans already, probably. and just said fuck it. But I can't because I have the meat business, and if I did something like that, that would compromise the well-being of other people that are working for me. So unfortunately, OnlyFans is not really on the table. It would make some great jokes, meat-related jokes at least, but unfortunately, that is not possible right now. I wonder if I mean, yeah, it's hard to say. Is Frank not allowed to live stream on your main channel? I heard that there were some very there's like if you live stream on your main channel, it fucks up the algorithm. Not that I'm not censored anyway. Not yeah. What's OnlyFans? It's like a website where simps, white knights pay chicks for like to pretend to be attracted to them, basically. I bought some $8 microgreens from the farmer's market and it tastes like grass. Yeah, you might as well go in your backyard and eat the grass. You think the carnivore diet helped the Mongolians and Genghis Khan? I think that being able to subsist only off of meat and hunting gives you a lot of options from a food preservation perspective and a caloric density and travel perspective. You think the carnivore diet? I would answer that. OnlyFans gets leaked all the time. Suckers pay for it. Doing OnlyFans with a different name and a Raw Bliss mask. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's funny how much money some of these girls make and they don't even show their face and they have a boyfriend. How do you reduce your Wi-Fi exposure? Yeah, you have to directly wire everything. Stop making videos about Corolla and make the old shit. I mean, I could just like vegan critique videos are getting censored. That's gotten kind of old. I could just do health and nutrition videos and fitness vlogs every day. Those don't get as many views as the Toyota Corolla stuff now. I just feel like, you know, and I've been trying to do carnivore diet Q&As. No one wants to do them. I've been trying to do like carnivore diet Q&As every like 2-3 times a week, and people just start talking about the Toyota Corolla stuff. I saw it a few days ago. Yeah, there seems to be something very suspicious that they don't want you getting vitamin D. I think vitamin D is the immune system cure for most illnesses, and if they don't let you outside in the daytime, you won't make money on the Corolla. I mean, my YouTube ad revenue is so fucked. I'm not making money on anything right now. Professor Frank and the whiteboard videos. The reason I haven't been doing any whiteboard videos is because I took the board off my wall and I was waiting on a I got to order tonight. I was waiting on a standing whiteboard, and like they didn't ship it for 2 weeks, then they canceled my order. So I should have had a new whiteboard already. I haven't gotten it. So hopefully I can get a whiteboard within another week or two, and we'll start doing the whiteboard videos again. I could just screw this other one back on my wall, but I don't want to screw holes in the wall again. How's your brother? Have you seen him since this Toyota Corolla stuff? No, I haven't. What's a good fat source if you don't have access to fresh animal fat? I think I have a video how to add fat to your diet. I would just search for fat on my channel. Can you do a funny video to lighten up your channel? You know, I haven't really, like, usually those scripts used to come to me for the funny videos. I haven't really thought, I've thought of a couple ones I can do lately, but is there any negatives to cold showers? Also, would you ever take them? I mean, they're hard to do. They probably do improve your metabolism and your brown fat and ability to tolerate cold better, and they're probably good for your metabolism. It depends on if you're willing to do them or not. Roasting the obvious propaganda is a funny idea. It's ridiculous how easily people believe pure nonsense. A funny video would be good. Yeah, I mean, if I think of something creative, I could do it. I think I have a script written up for something I can do. I'm just not sure if the video is long enough. Would it be better to raise my own chickens? Does the soil and grass have to be of certain quality? I mean, I'm not the guy to ask for that. You could just Google how to raise pasture chickens. When is the going carnivore for? That's a good one. I should probably do that soon. I got to think of ideas for going carnivore for a day. We're definitely carnivore for a day. It's definitely going to have feedlot, bacon, and eggs for breakfast. Definitely take naps in between meals. Definitely visit some boys at Ram Ranch in the showers. Definitely dress up as a Cargill employee. Definitely dress up as a rancher. Definitely slap an ugly ribeye steak. We'll think of some ideas. Maybe make a video on a girly topic without your shirt. Well, what should the girly topic be? Collagen and eggshells on steak. Oh, we forgot that one. I have one packet of collagen powder left from my joke video. And eggshells. Straw hat, overalls, injecting steroids. Oh, we forgot that one. Injecting steroids. I got some steroids to make up for my estrogenic feedlot beef. Bowl of corn with ranch sauce. Any tips on keeping a positive outlook during this time? I know you're angry about what's going on, but you sometimes mention, I mean, you have to stay positive. You have to figure, okay, well, you can't really change anything. So, choose something that you think you can do or that's practical for you to do in your life that's positive and focus on that. Whether it's working out or fitness or eating healthy. Where's the Ford Taurus shirt link? Oh, we should sell a Ford Taurus shirt, right? Do you watch Nick Fuentes? I know who he is. I don't really watch political stuff. 5 pulls on a rowing machine? Oh, that's fucking hilarious. I wish I had a rowing. I should buy a rowing machine just to make that joke. Maybe I can make a deadlift joke. Deadlift a car. A car or some shit. It would be funny if you were slowly going bald throughout the video. I don't know how I would replicate that. What do you think about London Real? It's all Mason controlled opposition dog shit, shill shit. Binge watch Harry Potter. I did that like 3 months ago. I watched all the Harry Potters. And then I realized Harry Potter wasn't a boy. I was a little disappointed. Is your hair naturally that curly? It's usually curlier. No, Cristiano. Okay, so there's no point in explaining or there's no point in going into deep science and explaining what a VIRUS is and how it's a protein in a cell. There's no point in explaining all that scientific shit because regardless of what you explain to these sheeple, they're not going to care. I can deadlift my daughter's new Mercedes. Can you quantify how bad smoking is for me? I mean, maybe if you watch my alcohol video, that would kind of answer your question on that. It depends on what you're smoking specifically. Epic sellouts. Yeah, they're all sellouts. It's sad, though. because they do a good job at framing themselves as controlled opposition. They create a narrative that's against the mainstream, but not too much against the mainstream that it harms the mainstream. And then they get people to believe it, and they steal your money. Have you seen Fantastic Beasts? No. Do you like Lord of the Rings? Yeah, I kind of do. I've seen it. Can you do a video on shopping at Aldi's? I was going to do a lot of shopping haul videos, but then all this shit happened. So I was going to go to Walmart. I was going to go to Aldi's. I was going to go to a bunch of different shopping, Trader Joe's. Now I can't. What are my parents doing? What are some healthier things to do besides watching media propaganda? Yeah, the first most important thing is don't watch TV. Probably read some books is the best thing you can do. Try to order some books. I should probably look into what books I should buy more. I have to read more myself. I haven't read a book in a while. Nothing makes a cold shower bad. It's just like, do you have your other lifestyle factors in check that you're going to benefit from a cold shower? What's my favorite cheese? I like the really soft, runny cheeses, but those are illegal to import to the United States, if they're raw at least. You already did a Walmart video? Well, technically, no, it wasn't Walmart. Technically, we were going to go to Walmart, but we went to ShopRite instead. Frank believes in zodiac signs like teenage girls? Absolutely not. Zodiac signs are literally my pet peeve. Whenever someone brings up a zodiac sign, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how can I talk to this idiot? Do an Instacart grocery haul? What's Instacart? Is that you can buy groceries on Instagram or something? Cocoa meat sandwiches? What? You have interest other than what you talk about on YouTube? No. I've just been having a lot of health issues from the iron overload, and ever since I got these metal plates in my face from the jaw surgery, so it's kind of impeded my ability to have a lot of extra energy. Cheap, good quality cheese if you buy Parmigiano Reggiano rinds. Harder, but still good. Or you can go to Frankie's Free Range Meat and get high quality, nutrient dense animal foods at an affordable price. Famous YouTubers are in the same cult as celebrities. Just about anyone who's successful is in the same cult. What's my favorite type of bread?
Frank has a really big C.
What is wrong with you? Oh my god. What's my favorite type of bread? And any really high quality, naturally fermented sourdough bread made from like organic heirloom grains. There's like I did a sourdough baking video like 2 years ago, I think now. So you should definitely watch my sourdough video if you're interested in bread. Is Ram Ranch still open? I'm so tempted to, if I get a farm, it has to be named Ram Ranch. Now I have aluminum plates and screws in my head from jaw surgery. Frankie's Free Range Meat is sold out of 90% of items. We're restocking some stuff tomorrow. Instacart is an app where you can get groceries from your local grocery store and have them delivered to your place. Oh. The Morbier cheese is really, really good. Yeah, no, I had the Morbier. It's good stuff. You know, it's amazing. I think raw cheese is really... Raw cheese, to me, is just like the sleeper health food that no one knows about. I've been talking about raw cheese for probably over a year now. Make a Fire Island video? Believe it or not, I've never been to Fire Island. Spore-based probiotics if not eating dairy. I haven't had success with spore-based probiotics. It's very unlikely that the dysbiosis is actually related to a lack of the good bacteria right strains. Why do you only eat ground beef when you own Frankie's Free Range Meat? I mean, I don't really care what I eat. Food to me, when I'm bodybuilding, I don't enjoy food anymore. Why is raw cheese hard to source? Well, we have it on Frankie's Free Range Meat. We have only raw cheeses on Frankie's Free Range Meat. I mean, raw cheese might be hard to source from a supermarket because you have to go through all of the cheeses and see which ones are raw. Generally speaking, Whole Foods has quite a variety of raw cheeses. So if you, and I think Trader Joe's might as well. So if you haven't been going to Whole Foods for raw cheese, maybe you should check them out. Do you like blueberry cheesecake? Oh, we made this. I made a healthy cheesecake recipe a couple months ago on my channel. We spent like $40 on dairy from this farm. It was so good. It was so good. Isn't most raw cheese still heated to over 102? The point is that the cheese is made. The point is that the cheese is made with raw milk, not necessarily that the cheese isn't heated above a certain temperature. What were your workouts like when you weren't bodybuilding? Did you still exercise? I was doing like, I would go to the gym. I would do like 15 minutes of running, 15 minutes of rows, and like 15 minutes of boxing. And I really want to go on hikes and stuff, but I'm going to see. We're going to do the bodybuilding stuff for another few, we'll do the bodybuilding stuff for another few months and see what happens. I'd love to just give it up and not do the fitness stuff, but I mean, people are really into the bodybuilding stuff, so I thought that would have helped grow my channel, but it's not really. Pretty much chose the worst time to bodybuild. Sheep yogurt at Whole Foods. I've never seen it there. Sounds expensive. Are you going to sell kielbasa or any other charcuterie? I mean, that stuff is definitely down the line for Frankie's Free Range Meat. We'd love to do charcuterie, sausages, that type of stuff. Grind our own ground beef. Thoughts on canning foods at home? I did a canning video like 2 weeks ago. Is any of your pork fresh? No, we sell, it comes frozen. Hey, Kimberly, have a good night. Opinion on abortion, especially late term. I mean, that's, you know, it's really hard to talk about a specific, it's really hard to talk about a specific issue like that when there's so much suffering and bad things going on in the world. Like, I don't like talking about I think let people do whatever they want to do. Have you had goat milk and does it make you tired? Yeah, it could be too much retinol. It could be also the amino acids. Is grass-fed, grass-finished ground beef equally as nutritious as the other cuts? Why is it cheaper? Because the majority of the animal needs to be ground up. You know, I would say 80 to 85% of the animal cannot be sold as whole cuts. Most animals are mostly ground beef. Why do bald fat guys dispense nutrition advice? Who are you talking about? Reverse osmosis or distillation? Ideally both. Beef and pork sausage? Yeah, it's hard to get quality pork, unfortunately. Abortion should be allowed. Oh, I don't really care about that stuff. How long have we been going? Oh, it's already been an hour and 15 minutes. So we'll go for like 5 or 10 more minutes, guys. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Is the fur of the animal nutritious? The skin might. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of I forgot. I think it was a popular Vice documentary, and they called them Smokies, where like there were cultures that they ate animals whole. So they would take the whole animal, they would kill it, and then they would torch it with like a blowtorch and eat the whole thing with the skin and stuff. So a lot of traditional cultures used to eat the skin. Are you sure you have aluminum in your head and not surgical stainless steel or titanium? No, it's the plates and screws in my head are surgical titanium. And I'm not honestly sure because I was EMF sensitive before I had the jaw surgery. So but I've read studies showing that, you know, the titanium does magnify Wi-Fi. Emily's activities. Did you see what Susan Wojcicki said about vitamin C in polling videos? No, I didn't. I mean, it would be nice if you could give me a brief summary before. Sell gelatin on your website since most of the commercial stuff is shit and processed. Yeah, most people don't realize that products like collagen and like commercial ground beef are like actually very processed animal foods. Julie, I don't know who that is. Would you ever take ayahuasca? Probably not. I think all that Joe Rogan chill shit is to fry people's brains, so I would never do something he recommends. Does your jaw get warm if you put your head on an induction stove? That's a good question. Top 10 videos and before and after videos. I've done a couple top 10 stuff. People like the stuff where you do like 3 best ways to do this, 4 best foods. People like that type. I could do more of that type of stuff. What's better at reversing or preventing calcification of the scalp? Vitamin K2 or magnesium? You need both. Can you get sweetbreads on Frankie's Range Meat? We've been trying to get a lot of stuff. Do you have a favorite fruit? Favorite fruit? I like figs. Haven't had figs in years, but I like figs. Check out who on Instagram? Why you guys tell me to check someone out on Instagram? Is it a music? It's is it a pop singer? Why are you guys telling me this? Joe Rogan. I like the interviews you did a few years ago with the ex-vegans. How come you didn't keep doing them? I literally haven't had any ex-vegans reach out to me anymore. What's calcification of the scalp? Do you mean dandruff? I did a video titled How to Reverse Calcification, and there's a really weird mechanism where when you have excess calcium in your tissues, well, when you consume excess calcium without enough vitamin D3 and K2, your soft tissue in your body starts behaving like bone, and it starts developing these osteoblasts and osteoclasts like cells, and the soft tissue in your body can actually calcify. Don't do what? Is Mountain Valley Spring a good source of water? Yeah, I think it's okay. It's pretty expensive. You could live in any country. Where would you go? I haven't really decided that. Would you consider stocking grass-fed finished ground lamb, and for what price per pound? The reason we stopped carrying lamb is because we weren't really selling a super high volume of it. In the future, we can carry lamb when we have a larger customer base. Solutions for dandruff. I do no shampoo, and I eat a no shampoo, cold water, healthy diet. I don't really have that much. I don't think I really get dandruff. Plant a fig tree. I feel like trees take so long to grow. So if you guys have any more questions, we'll wrap this up in like 5 minutes. Top 10 questions science still can't answer. They have an answer, they just don't want to tell the truth. Frankie Figs. Could vitamin C deficiency cause thyroid issues? If you're lacking any nutrient, a lot of nutrients can be related to thyroid issues. When people say lamb, is mutton also included? Mutton is over a certain age, has a much stronger flavor. Is the pemmican going to be out of stock until you move facilities? We're probably going to have a low stock of pemmican for a while, because even in the new facility, I don't think we can get a commercial dehydrator to do the pemmican in higher volumes. When are you going to restock on deer? Will it be seasonal? I mean, it didn't really sell too much and it's expensive. Oh, what did I just do? You guys can't see me, right? I have no fucking clue what I did. Okay, hold on, I fixed it. Would you still go to Rogan if he invited you? There's no way he would invite me. When will this Toyota Corolla end? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if... What they're doing now is they're saying that it's going to last into June. June, July, August, September. I wouldn't be surprised if they just kept us locked inside until winter, and then kept people locked inside for winter. It's pretty sad. At this point, Rogan is too far in the shill stuff. Yeah. Gave the organ supplements to my fiance and she keeps getting hotter and hotter. Gonna use them for prenatal vitamins. Yeah, no, it's a pretty good overall nutrient combination. You would probably turn down Joe Rogan because it's too high EMF. I'll just wear like a Moon Man outfit, a space suit. Would you shill for 10 million bucks? I would probably stop. I wouldn't shill for 10 million bucks. I would probably stop for 10 million bucks. They canceled Comic-Con and that's the end of July. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. I think they're going to keep us locked inside. Oh, we can hear you scratching near the mic. I didn't realize it was that sensitive. Are you rubbing the mic or something? I want to play that back and hear what it sounds like. Do oysters have a good copper to zinc ratio? Yeah, but it's like it's an even ratio, so it's not like you're getting. It's like you're getting. It's not like a net positive for copper or zinc. It's balanced. Did I get my stimulus check? No, I didn't. Am I flipping you guys off? What am I doing? I'm so tired today. Before I make any more dumb mistakes, we're gonna wrap this up, guys. So I'll see you guys. What's the first thing you're gonna do when everything opens up again? Maybe I'll go to the gym a couple times a week. My life doesn't really... I used to go out with my sister sometimes. I used to go to the gym. I mean, my life didn't change too much in this quarantine. I mean, it did, but not as much as other people. But you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video. And we'll do another live stream on Thursday.